And we are live. How's it going, everybody? This is the Rookie Critic. This is the episode 2 of One-on-One with the Rookie. I don't really have a type of intro planned or anything like I do with the Rookie Corner, but I'll just wait for people to come on in. While we wait for people to come on in, before I introduce my guest, I'm just going to give a shout out to Megs from Snowdub and Entertainment. She just got out of brain surgery recently and heard she's recovering pretty well. What is up? I hope that I hope that the recovery goes well. I can't imagine what it's like to recover from brain surgery after that. And another shout out to Drawing for the Fun of It. He is the guy who has done some art for me for my Rookie's Quest trilogy. I'm going to show his art that he did right here real quick. He had a car accident recently and has been going through a little bit of a tough time. So I'm just giving him a good shout out. I think his link is in the description below. I don't remember if I put that in there, but he is a fantastic animator and done really well, and I hope that he's pulling through. And the last one before we get going is That Star Wars Girl. I hope that her little sister gets found. She's still missing as of right now. I'm going to post her link in the chat right here so that people can go to her channel if you would like to go retweet stuff and help her out. Let's see. I don't know if that's the wrong video, but I'll post that down in just a second. But while I'm doing that, here's my special guest, Kaelan Faire. Why don't you introduce yourself? What's up?
Hey, my name is Kaelan Faire speaking, and I am a voice actress, at least a small-time one so far. But hey, you gotta start somewhere, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for inviting me on.
Yeah, no problem. I am excited to, because you're the first voice actress I've had on. I've had on a couple of other people that are trying to get into film, trying to be an actress, or I actually interviewed with my another YouTube channel, Black Angus Reviews. We interviewed Ray Kennicks. She, if you ever saw the Ahsoka fan trailer for Star Wars, it's like a Star Wars fan film thing. They just did a trailer for it, and they're going to make that into a Star Wars fan film at some point. But we got to interview her, and she's like an actual actress, and I was kind of surprised, what?
Oh, that's really cool. I actually used to act on stage for quite some time, so I miss it, but I found voice acting a lot more fun too. So plus it's when you're acting with your voice, they're listening to your voice and they're not necessarily looking at your looks or judging you for your looks or judging you for your facial expressions or how you're physically portraying the character. They're judging you for how much emotion you put into your voice. And so I've always found it I'll go up on stage and the rest of everybody else is out there, right? But I kind of have to ignore my assumptions. Oh, they're looking at me strange, or they don't think I'm doing the character right. But when I'm voice acting, I'm just oh, I can just be myself and make funny noises and make fun things, and it's a lot less stressful.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm not a voice actor or an actor or anything, but I don't mind doing voices. Just try them, give them a run through, and then see if you can do it again, repeat. That's the one thing that I think is probably the most challenging is finding a certain voice and then repeating that voice for characters.
Yeah.
That I would think okay, that sounds like this, and that's the voice, and then to get that same consistency, that seems kind of tough sometimes.
Oh yeah, it can be. It took me a little bit for Seal Phantom Hive, so it took me multiple people asking randomly, hey, could you do an impression? And then I can just break out into it and be hello, I'm Seal Phantom Hive, and just go from there. But for my happy voice and stuff, it's still really hard for me. So I could be a goofball and be howdy y'all, and go and switch between my voices, but it took a little bit of time to actually be okay, brain, you can do this.
Oh, I can understand that part. Personally, I've done a whole bunch of skits, so I'm in person being really goofy, and my embarrassment threshold, it doesn't exist anymore, pretty much. I don't care what I do. I'll just do whatever to try to get the laugh or to make it funny with it. And it's with the voices, man, I tried to make a voice for a character that's kind of deep, and that is not the best on the throat, because when you talk like this for a little bit or something, yeah, do that for a few minutes, that's fine. Do that for 30 lines or more, and hell no. It's
Oh yeah.
not
Oh
very
my
fun.
gosh. I I remember like when I was in school, I did theater, and we had to do like for like half the class it was like improv, and I always was paired with the people who couldn't give a crap. They were just there because. But then I was also paired with those who did not like me. So when it came
Ooh.
to improving,
Oh no.
I was always having to like play off of these people who would purposely do things that were like embarrassing, and then I'll be like, okay, I don't know how to like go off of this, and then I end up losing the game.
Oh no.
And
That
it's like
sucks.
like I think the funnest acting game though was the dating game.
Oh, what's this?
I have so many funny memories from that. So the teacher would take. I'm 25, so this was back in early 2000s, because or like mid 2000s, 2008 ish, was when they started doing that in like high school theater. And what they would do is they would pick one person and they would send the person out of the room. Then they would pick 3 other people, and the audience would give them characters that they had to play.
Okay.
And they would bring the other person back in, and that person would have to guess what the character was based solely on the hints that the people were giving and acting out. We one time had the Easter Bunny, or Santa Claus, and Christ in the same game.
Oh wow. Perfect 3.
Yeah, and Santa Claus and Christ ended up getting into an argument. It was a play argument, but they ended up getting into an argument to the point where my teacher actually thought it was an argument. And then we had to pause the game and be like, no, we're just in character.
That sounds fun. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, real quick, I'm going to address the chat real quick, and then I'll get right back to this. So, hello, the Ancient One. What's up, man? He at some point is going to start a YouTube channel where he's going to do a versus match, kind of like Screw Attack, if you ever see those, where you place fictional characters versus each other. So that might be pretty cool. Leif Thracia 776. I just call her Princess Aruka because that was her old name before. She actually, in my skit, is voicing. She's going to be dubbed over one of my characters. So another one of my characters, I call him Jamal. She'll be dubbing over him. And
wow.
It's a very good comedic effect. I did that once for my last skit, and that was pretty hilarious. People liked that, so she'll be doing that again. And we got, I think your senpai is here. Senpai home. What's up? What's up? And
Senpai came?
Yeah, it says senpai is home.
Oh, yep. I invited him. Hi, senpai.
Yep. And what's up? Welcome. Yep. And then we got Banola TV. What's up? Says Mwahaha. And yeah, so Princess Aruka, she's been trying to read the script, but she doesn't want to while she's yawning or while she's tired. Yeah, that makes sense. Do it when you got time. Still got like a good 22 days, I think, for it to be done before the due date is there. And what's up, Open-Minded Movie Man? He's also going to be in the skit. He plays a character that he created called the Renegade Saint. He's got like a sword and jacket and stuff. And he actually knows some sword moves. So I think he took some type of class before, I think, some lessons. So he's got some talent. Then the Blue-Eyed Scorpio, what's up? And he was like, he says, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and Christ all owe me money. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's a good one. And then, hold on, yeah, she says, if I could stop yawning every time I try to record. Yeah, that's fine. You'd have it done sooner. That's cool. Take your time. Take your time. So I got 20 days. And what's up? Teresa Martin has joined us as well. And Kermit the Log. Kermit the Log is, he does puppet stuff and kind of funny, like adult puppet, I guess. Like, still uses.
I'll check that out then.
He's like, Hermit, but, or Kermit, I don't know. He does some funny parody, I guess.
The last time I watched any sort of puppet thing that was like YouTube related was the Harry Potter Puppet Pals. That's literally the last.
Oh my god! Oh, that was so long ago. I remember that. The Harry Potter, right? Harry Potter. Yeah, yeah. was an old one. Oh, I remember that one.
I thought the one I thought the one where they were trying to cuss using wizard swear words was the funniest though. Because I'm just sitting here and I'm like, where did they come up with this? Like, I can't even do that.
Not sure I remember that one, but I'll have to check that one out. So those are pretty funny.
It's an older one.
Oh yeah, I feel like that was the early YouTube. That was the early YouTube back in those days.
Man, I miss YouTube like that.
I know. That was a completely different thing at that point, pretty much, compared to now anyway.
Yeah.
We got Brian the Observer in the chat. What's up? He said he retweeted Star Wars Girl's missing sister. I suggest everyone do the same. Yep, I agree. I posted the link to her Twitter in the chat a little bit ago. Should still be up there. And Tim Christ, he says, make me a sandwich. He and I both work at Subway. He works at just wherever one he lives, and I work at one as well. So we have sandwich jokes every now and then.
The only sandwich place I can eat at. Well, I don't know about where I'm located because every time I try to go walk in, they don't have what I can have.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Subway runs out of things all the time.
Well, no, it's like I'm gluten-free. And so I'm not doing it because like it's fat or anything. I'm doing it because it legit helps my stomach. But I've walked in and I've been like, so do you guys have gluten-free? No, we don't have gluten-free. We don't sell gluten-free here. Walked into every Subway here that I've like been near, and not one Subway has gluten-free here in Arizona so far.
Oh, that sucks. What's funny, they probably sell gluten-free, but they probably don't have any thought out because that's the type of one where you have to take the packages and have them out to thaw. And like usually they have like 3 out only. So once they're out of the 3, then they pull more. Where some have more pulled, but pulling the thing, some employees are lazy and they don't, and then they just don't have any when people want them. So that could be part of it too.
Maybe.
Little Subway thing there. But anyway, let's get back to you on this. So you are a voice actress, an up and coming one. Do you want to tell anybody what some of your gigs have been?
So far nothing has gone public yet as of yet because I guess there's still things being done with the videos and whatnot. I'm about to be recording for a character named Trent Cooper in oh gosh. I I can't even remember right now. Bear Quarters Toy Story 2, I believe. Where Trent Cooper is a little boy who likes to play with his toys and stuff, and his toys actually have a life of their own. And so I'm recording for him. It looks like it's mainly like a fanfic sort of thing, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And then I was just hired in a fan dub of Tokyo Mew Mew as Moo Pudding.
Okay.
And I have had several people offer to do collabs with me. So far, we're still working on the logistics of that. One of them is Evanito, and I'm trying to figure out an idea for a collab for him. And then I have 2 others. One is a verified Twitter, and I've done a fanfic of, oh geez, I'm always forgetting. I am sorry, my followers. I have a very bad memory right now, because my month has been not so great, so my brain is not working very well. I'm voicing Remilia and Akubi and Flandre fanfic. I don't know how to pronounce it yet.
That's all right. That's normal.
Yeah, and I'm being eyed at by oh gosh, what is the name of it again? Sorry again. Where did I put my thing? Sorry, 1 second.
That's all good. That's all good. Yeah, I can talk for a sec if you want to think about that.
It is. I just have to like find the picture again. I am going to be. I'm being looked at by a company called. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Maybe no. Fantasy Soft is looking at me for voicing stuff as well.
Okay, is that like a gaming thing or a?
I think they're a new English dub company.
Okay, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much everything so far. I mean, I'm trying to get out there more, and I've been auditioning and stuff. I'll get like people asking me for like a few things every so often, like when you offered. And yeah, I'm still trying to get out there. I'm not really like sure how else to get out there. So
Oh, I know what you mean. So, yeah, building a social media is a great way to go out there. So everybody in the chat right now, if you guys want to subscribe to her, she's got I put her link for Twitter and her channel down in the description below. Just, share her Twitter out if you want. See if so, you never know who's looking. I was going to suggest there are some people that I know that are looking for voice actors sometimes. Like if you ever know, do you know the channel Moscow X or Dragon Ball Z Abridged? Any of those?
I believe the Dragon's Ball Dragon Ball Z Abridged one I am following. I did give them my demo reel, but I have not heard back from them. So I was thinking of tweeting them again.
Okay, no, I was suggesting to go with somebody with Masako X. He's the guy who voiced Goku on that, but he also does his own projects on the side where he has his own voice actors and stuff that isn't Dragon Ball abridged.
Oh,
He does his own fan fiction one called Dragon Ball R&R, and that's where he on one of his what if videos because
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I actually do follow him.
yeah, he does a bunch of what if videos, and his "What if Raditz turned good" video went viral. And the character he created, Raunch, which was the Raditz and Launch, offspring, that character went really well, and people liked that aspect and whatnot. So he made his own little in between series called Dragon Ball R&R. And so he has people voicing those characters and somebody drawing it like a manga. So it's like pictures for the visuals and then people voicing over it and sound effects and stuff. So that'd be a good chance to.
I just want to do a little shout out to one of my good friends on here. She just got on, or at least I just noticed. Sorry, she is one of my Cheeksty. Is one of my close friends, and I just wanted to give a shout out to her because I know she's having a rough time right now, and anybody who is like up to like just giving her some love it would be much appreciated. So
All right, yeah, no problem. Yeah, she's in the chat right now. She just commented, says LOL, hi. So you give her a follow, give her a subscription or something. Say hi in the chat, say hello, greetings, and whatnot.
Thank you, Leaf, by the way, for the wish on my success.
Oh yeah, she's real cool, and she likes a lot of this stuff. If anything, one of these days I should bring her and this other person on with you because I think you three would get along great with with live streaming, with the animes that you guys could probably talk about, and the fact that I have both of them do voice work sometimes for me every now and then. Like I don't really. Like my stuff isn't really like professional. It's just, I'm putting things together, and if people want to be a part of it, they can. And I try to,
I'm totally always up for being a part of it, as I said.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can see the tomato on my screen, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I'll present so that everybody can see. So I'm just giving a little update again on my project. So I'm making my main skit trilogy, The Rookie's Quest, and then I'm also making my Game of Tomatoes, of course. And people like to get a little updates again. I mean, this isn't really a huge update on it, but I finished filming the stop motion for this, for the Game of Tomatoes. I'm still working on the skit trilogy itself, but for the tomato one that is done, I'm just waiting on a few people's voices to come back in. And once I have those, then that'll be good. If I discovered you before I already had people give their voices, then I definitely would have picked you to voice some of these tomatoes because it's pretty hilarious. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, the context is weird. He's holding an olive sword from a drink. Like from a drink, and those are Luke Skywalker's and Anakin Skywalker's, and that is powdered sugar and flour in the grass of my backyard.
That just looks interesting. I'm excited to see what becomes of this.
Oh yes, thanks. This is like the trilogy within a trilogy. Like how Pixar has like little animation shorts before the movie actually starts. Like this is kind of what that is. So I'll have the main trilogy be the main focus, and then the little Rotten Tomato things, a little stop motion. It'll have that come in like halfway through for like a small little break for like 5 minutes or so for each little episode. It's Game of Thrones themed. So if you ever watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, I watched the first 2 seasons. My friends pretty much ruined it for me.
Oh yeah. See, what's funny? I came into Game of Thrones like people have been suggesting it for me for years, and I never watched it. And as soon as season 8 was done, and everybody was angry with it, they're disappointed with what happened and everything. I was watching all their videos about it, so I already know a lot of spoilers by now anyway. And I was kind of like, I'm actually interested to see this now. So I've just now started watching Game of Thrones. I just finished season 2 like yesterday. So.
Wow, yeah, I'm like watching like several different things all once right now, so.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
I wanted to answer something that came up in the chat
Sure.
that I just saw.
Go ahead.
To the open-minded movie man. To be kind of honest, right now I haven't actually had anybody pay me for my work yet. Which is kind of normal for people when they first start voice acting or even acting on stage. You typically don't get like an hourly pay or anything like that. It typically goes either by the amount of lines that they are requesting of you, or by like per project. And some people don't pay, as I said. They'll give you like a copy of like the finished project or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think early on, at least it's good to take some of those regardless, because they'll give you the experience. And then when it comes to somebody that you're auditioning for and they go, oh, so what is your experience? They want to see your resume. You go, well, I voiced for these like 10 people. And, so now I've got this experience. Oh, okay. So you're worth the money. Okay, good. We'll pay you. And then.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy because, as you said, like it's like you have to like remember to keep in character and stuff, and like it can be really how would I put it? It can be really like flustering when you're like having to like when you are playing a character that has already had a voice actress or something. Like for instance, like I can do Seal Phantom Hive to a certain extent. I don't even know if I really sound like him, but I've had people tell me I do. I can be like, hello, my name is Seal Phantom Hive. I am a 10-year-old boy who runs the underground tunnels and business arena. I am also the Queen's guard dog. People call me the Queen's bitch, and I am snooty. Like I can do that, but if somebody were like bouncing off of me, like let's say I was finally able to get that collab I've been trying to work on with City Dog VA, and I'm having to like bounce off of him. I have to be on cue with that, because if I break it, especially if it's going live, I'm kind of screwed because I've already broken character and ruined the entire thing.
Oh, right.
It's not like stage where I can just be like, okay, I broke character and need to get back in. No, I can't do that because nobody's seeing my face, so now I have to be like, I can't start over now,
Right.
Or like for instance, like with Happy. Hello, my name is Happy. I have to go and I have to press my vocal box to get it to go this high, or I can't do it. So I mean, it's good that like a lot of things it's not on live, so like it just takes a lot of time.
Like, yeah, so you can do all your different takes to try to get it right.
Yeah, but then it's like then you have to email it in, and then the person will come back to you and be like, okay, well, I didn't really see it this way. I wanted it this way. So then you have to redo it all over again. Oof. And so like I've had that happen before.
And I assume you got to be in the right mindset. Sometimes you can't just wake up and do it. Yeah. Like you have to be kind of in a mood to do it, I assume. Or do you have a way to get yourself into the mood of doing all these voices and stuff, or like a prep thing or something?
I kind of like I sometimes will with Seal Phantom Hive, I just like start like I'll listen to him and I'll do like a few videos where I'm just like watching him doing something or listening to his voice and stuff, and then I start trying to do his vocal tone, and then I can do it. But with other things, like with this new character that I'm playing called Trent Cooper, I still don't even know what voice I'm going to be doing for him. Like, I have to do a boy voice. Like, this kid is like 10 years old, and I don't even have any ideas yet of what I'm going to do. So then I have to go and I have to like look at other like animes where they have like 10-year-old boys and like look at them and be like, okay, so this one looks like this one sounds like this. Maybe I can do a combination of something like that, and then I have to figure out how to get my voice to do that.
Well, and keep in mind that half those boys in those shows are probably voiced by women anyway.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, like Bart Simpson was and whatnot. There's plenty of people. Even Goku from Dragon Ball Z, the Japanese dub, the Japanese version anyway, is something Nokazawa. I don't know her name, but yeah, women.
Oh wow! Like I didn't even know about Bart Simpson, to be honest.
Yeah, that's voiced by a woman.
My dad actually went to school with one of the people who created The Simpsons.
Oh, that's cool.
So there was one day where I ran across The Simpsons, and I said, "Dad, so I heard that there's like a big argument about what Springfield is," and he was like, "Springfield, Oregon," and I looked at him, I was like, "How would you know?" And he was like, "Because I went to school with one of them." and they all went to University of Oregon.
Oh wow, I didn't see that coming.
I used to live like right down the street from Springfield, so like there are like certain aspects of like The Simpsons Springfield that like legit make sense. Like there's a episode where they're like describing the horrors of a drought that happened in Springfield, one episode, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? That is exactly how the people of Eugene would act. Exactly. Like they were saying it was raining, and then it stopped raining, and I was like, yep. And then they all freaked out, and now everybody's going after each other, and I'm just sitting here like, that is pretty much exactly what happens there.
Just a normal day. Just a normal day.
Just a normal drought day.
Oh yeah.
According to that area, you know, a drought is where in the rainy season, more than 2 weeks without rain. And I was walking, like, I grew up in the desert. I grew up in Palm Springs, California. So I was like walking across one of the bridges in a park, right where I think it was the Willamette was. I believe it was the Willamette. And
yeah,
I looked at the water had like level was like really low, and I had like one of my friends was like freaking out about it, and I just kind of like looked at him and I was like, why are you freaking out about water? It'll be fine. We're having a drought. And I was like, hun, you're fine. You're not gonna die anytime soon. There is still water there. Stop freaking out. And then another person came up and started freaking out about it. And I was like, okay. So when I saw the episode the other night, I was like, that is so Springfield. So Springfield. Freaking out about water. I mean, gosh. I mean, they would have freaked out in Palm Springs. You get one raindrop and everybody's going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, one raindrop means most likely flooding in about an hour.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then you have, where I live, you have the monsoons, so.
Oh, that sucks. That's hectic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, well, we got some people coming on in here. We have G's B. Is that one of your people?
I have no clue.
G's B, I don't know, but what's up, person joining? I haven't seen you around here before, so new subscriber or not, hello, welcome anyway. We got the Senate who has arrived. What's up, man? Tariel G, she's one of my patrons and an awesome supporter of people. She watches like everybody's YouTube videos and gives them support, which is cool on YouTube. And yeah, we got some other people in here. So yeah, so Kermit the Logs arrived. Tariel G, what's up, guys? I have a question for you, Kaelan. So I know you have your one demo reel on YouTube. Do you have any plans for like doing anything specific with the YouTube channel, or just putting like the demo reels there, or what do you have in mind for it?
I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm trying. Like, it's easier if I had like people that I can like work off of, if that makes any sense. I kind of like, I'm very, very shy when it comes to like showing my face. So like trying to do something that's like having to like record my face and stuff is kind of hard for me. And so like if anybody else has any like sort of ideas out there, or whoever wants to do like a collab with me or something, then I am more than down for that. I'm just not great with coming up with ideas when it comes to my channel.
Oh yeah, see, that's I actually was thinking about that. So you can put pictures up, to represent things. You don't have to show your face when you do those videos. A lot of YouTubers don't ever show their face, and they still provide some content of some kind. So if you're like gonna do like impressions of something, yeah, you can just put the images up and have your voice go over, and that's one type of video you can do. If you had your own little ideas in mind or something that you like, like a short story, you can voice the characters of it if you wanted and do that or something.
I had somebody tell me that I should like take a story and read it in my country accent. I've had a friend tell me like they would love to hear me do like a story time with Seal Phantom Hive, but it's like so hard to like find a decent story where I can read it and it's not like super long either.
Can you give us your country accent?
Okay. Howdy, y'all. How are you doing this wonderful night?
That's all right.
My name is Kaelan Faire, and there is definitely a snake in my boot.
There's definitely a snake in your boot. You gotta get them guitar out there and get some beer in that sunshine over there. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Yeah,
Down on the farm.
I usually group it into stereotypes. I'm like, I got my guitar and my banjo and my beer, got my dog in the sunshine, and something with my wife. That's how all the songs seem to go.
That is true. That is true. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I like I'll pull random voices sometimes if I have like people from Australia on here or Britain. I'll try to do a little bit of an accent, and it doesn't really fit with any of them. Not with any of them at all. Not at all.
Oh my god.
I trying to go a little bit of British.
I'm oh my gosh, let me see if I can try and do it right now, because sometimes it can be kind of hard for me to just randomly do my British accent. Let me see. It's Wingardium Leviosa, not Wingardium Leviosa.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Something like that.
Yeah. Honestly, you call yourself a what was it? I can't even remember that line now.
No, what if she hasn't got any friends? Oh, can't believe her. Honestly, what? Harry Potter, what?
Harry Potter. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you yeah, so you have a good country voice and a good British voice. I think I suck at both of them.
So you just need to find the right words to say to get you into the accent. Kind of.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
Like I can't get into the country unless I say guitar. What is my guitar?
Oh, really?
Get my beer and my guitar, and you almost gotta try to sing, and then you get into a rhythm.
Mine is, I guess, it would probably be, there's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah, grab me some beer and grab me some lemonade, and I'll be good to go. Not really. I don't drink beer.
Lemonade. Oh, wee doggy. I need something. Woo, it's damn hot out here.
Fried chicken.
Give me the vapors. Oh no.
Oh my gosh, you almost sounded like Medea.
Oh heck no. I don't want to sound like Medea. Oh no thanks. No thanks. I despise that voice.
Oh my gosh.
No. Everybody in the chat is going crazy over the voices. I'm surprised that they find that entertaining. I don't actually do those types of voices in anything I ever do. Only in random times during live streams. So when it gets crazy.
I typically don't really do a lot of my country accent because I just haven't had the ability, like given the opportunity to do it. And then my Seal Phantom Hive accent, I've don't do very often unless somebody asks me. And then when I'm like put on the spot, it's like, I'll try, but I don't know if I'm that good at it.
So, yeah, okay. I say try to do an impression, or like try to do a voice of some of your favorite characters, or do like a well-known. Can you do a SpongeBob or a Patrick or a Mr. Krabs?
I can do a Goofy laugh.
Okay. Oh, like Goofy from Disney. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
And then it's here. And then I guess I would think I can kind of do Ariel, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right, that'd be a pretty good one. Let's go.
Let me see 1 second.
And don't be shy. Like I humiliate myself constantly. You can ask anybody in the chat. Like honestly, I just do whatever, and they it doesn't matter if it hits or misses. It's like okay.
I just don't see how such wonderful things can be so bad. That's like the nearest I could probably go to her, and then let me see.
See, I think if you do it a few times, that you'll get into that rhythm. Like if you just say it a few times, like whenever I do any lines, the more I say them, the more I get into character. You know.
Yeah, and the last when I used to be able to sing, and I could do her song, the I want to be where the people are. You know that song, where the people are, whatever it's called. I used to be able to sing that pretty good, but now I'm not that great at it.
Well, that's all good. That's all good. I'm just gonna answer the chat real quick. Princess Aruka, this is just a one-on-one chat for right now. I'll set up a future one at some point for you and some other people to bring on in here in the future. It's just one-on-one for today. But yeah. So okay. Well, yeah. Getting into the thing. Okay, I'm trying to think of a good question here for you because I feel like I was kind of taking over for a sec with my stupid voices. Trying to see any characters that you might be good at, that you might be able to do. So, what are some of your favorite shows? I should say that might help.
Okay, so I guess my favorite animes would be, and they're not necessarily in this order, but The Ancient Magus Bride, Inuyasha, Ouran High School Host Club, Full Metal Alchemist, Black Butler. Season 1 is my favorite, and then Bungo Stray Dogs. Bungo Stray Dogs is one of my favorite. Dazai is my spirit animal.
I've heard of Full Metal Alchemist. Haven't heard of the other ones.
Oh, really? You haven't?
No, not really. Like I said, I know some of the anime stuff. Or I catch wind to some of it here and there, or whatnot. Sometimes YouTubers I follow will mention some of those every now and then. I was gonna say, what about cartoons, like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network characters?
I liked one, As Told by Ginger was one of my favorites growing up. Doug was one of my favorites growing up.
Do you have like a Dee from Dexter's Lab or something?
I didn't really watch
Johnny Bravo.
She just, my friend just said that I sound exactly like Daisy from Abel Yasha. But anyway, so sorry. I get distracted. I have that scroll moment.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's getting into the chat is okay. It's all good.
No, I have not seen any of those. Leaf. So I didn't really so my parents, I didn't really grow up in a Christian household necessarily, but they were really wary of what we watched growing up. I didn't get to watch SpongeBob until I was 15 years old. I've watched SpongeBob. I did watch a few episodes of Dexter's Laboratory. Scooby-Doo was one of my favorites growing up, the original Scooby-Doo. Velma was my favorite character.
I was gonna say, can you do a Shaggy or a?
Let me see. Ruh-roh. I don't know anymore.
Oh no, a Shaggy. A Shaggy. You don't there's a ghost man. Ah, you know.
No, I don't think I can do that one.
Get him, Scoob. No, that's my Scooby snack. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, don't know lines he says other than screaming. Let's get out of here and Scoob and something about I want a scuba snack. That's about it. Or Scooby snack, not scuba snack.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could do Shaggy. I think it would be too hard for me.
You said you could do a Velma. Jinkies. That's the only word I know she says.
Jinkies. I haven't seen Scooby-Doo in forever.
Jinkies, Fred. I'm not sure if we can find the victim from over here. That's just old man Witherspoon or whatever.
Jinkies, where's my glasses?
No, my glasses. I can't find my glasses. I think she must have been the origin.
Yeah, I like. I'm still not like, as I said, like I'm not like super great with like impressions and stuff. And typically like when it comes to people like asking me, oh, can you do an impression? Can you do an impression? Like my go-to impressions are like Happy and Seal, and that's so far all I have right now. But I mean, I had somebody like I did a hold on 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Let's address the chat real quick while you go do that. What's up, everybody? Again in the chat, just saying hello, scrolling by. She could see Dusky. I can't pronounce the name. I'm just gonna call you she. It says sounds just like Dave. We just read that one a little bit ago. You guys are having a cool chat. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Honestly, do you guys have any questions for her while she's waiting so I can ask those when she comes back?
I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm just my friend and I are like trying to get something done together, and she had texted me asking a question, so I wanted to make sure that I answered that correctly.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So here, I'll give you a challenge. I'll give you a challenge for voices. So if you were to give yourself a voice for a tomato, like picture it's a character that you're playing, what type of voice would you give it?
A tomato?
Yeah, a tomato.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so can I ask a few questions about said tomato's personality?
Sure.
Okay, so what type of personality does the tomato have? Is he
Okay, I'll say they're innocent. Their whole race has been slaughtered by humans all the time. They just keep on making ketchup out of them, squishing them. They run in fear. They just want to live in peace. But no, they can't because the humans are just so evil. So they have like a high pitch, kind of because they're small. So smaller things, sound more higher pitch, something like that. They're good-hearted, but they're not exactly brave. They're freaked out. There you go.
Yeah.
Do something like, oh no, what am I gonna do here? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all of our family is gone, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. Oh my gosh, the world is being destroyed around me, and I'm gonna be used to put on a pizza.
Wow, that's very high pitch. Holy smokes.
Pizza! That's my ultimate nightmare, is being put on a pizza pie. Pizza pie, no, pizza pie. Evil humans, fine. All we wanted to do was live in peace.
That's pretty good.
Peace. But you humans had to destroy it. Oh, my poor home. My tomato dog. Oh, poor Barky.
Now, what would you do for a manly? What would you do now for a manly tomato? One who ain't afraid of no humans. He's maybe even on the southern side.
I ain't afraid of no humans. Oh, those humans, they may put me on a pizza pie, but I will poison them if they eat me. I ain't afraid of no humans. Even after I'm dead, I'll be still kicking and going and causing their life mischief.
I'm gonna make him choke. He's gonna have a difficult time passing me down his bowels. Hell yeah, he ain't gonna do it. No sir. There we go. All right, yeah. I don't know. I was trying to Trying to think of something funny we could do with
Oh,
that.
yeah,
But I don't even know, honestly. I don't even know. Just came up with that one.
I mean, I feel like I'm a horrible voice actress because I can't like immediately get on cue.
Well, no, that's okay actually, because I don't expect. See, that's the thing. Like when people approach comedians and they go tell a joke, they can't just like make you laugh. Like they can't just tell a joke properly just by doing that. It's got to be, they got to like ease into it kind of, and then get something going, get a story going, then they'll make some punchlines, something funny happen. I feel like it's kind of the same with voice acting. You know, you can't just say a voice. You gotta kind of get the feel for the voice, and usually when it's a character, you gotta kind of get the character. I guess, you know, like the voice I gave you to do is like, you know, it's a wife off screen. You know, it has a nerdy husband. You know, hey, you got peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are all done. Your underwear's folded on the bed. Come on. You know.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to do.
Somebody said I asked if I could do Harley Quinn. Oh jeez. Someone can give me a line by Harley Quinn. I might be able to do
it. She says puddin' a lot.
Puddin'. I don't know. I don't know.
She's with the Joker or Batman and stuff. Yeah, I don't really know. Give her some quotes. Here, chat, give her some quotes to say. How about that? Get some quotes. From movies, from shows, from whatever. Get some quotes. That'd be good. And what's up, Echo Base Network? Nicholas Glenn. What's up, buddy? They have a YouTube channel that's been up and coming lately, and they actually got William Shatner to unblock Doomcock.
What?
And William Shatner, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Some interesting stuff on Twitter last week with that stuff. There's some people that are saying, like, you know, I wish that Nimoy was here and that Shatner was dead or something. And then other people were like, no, that's not cool, and reached out. Yeah, and they're like, you know, you're just some angry white old man, and just, you know, you're just so full of hate and hatred, and we're just gonna become better than you in the future. We'll be better than you ever would be in your life, meh. And that's like their type of attitude, and it's like, come on, really? Like,
oh my god,
so mature.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know about that. I mean, as I told you, I was in the hospital for the last month, so like whatever happened in the last month, I probably have no idea.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. So somebody gave one. It's all part of the plan, Puddin'. I don't know how else to say it.
It's all part of the plan, Puddin'. Yeah, we're gonna get some sauce on the side. Gonna get some potato chips. I don't know.
There ain't no party like an S Club party. That's all I really know.
All right, it looks like they're putting some quotes in the chat for you.
Yeah. I'm not really great I mean, I can try. I mean, but with East Coast accents and stuff, I'm not that great with. I don't think I've ever really been that great.
Well, you see, the best way I think to practice is to say, get a cup of water. Get some water. Get a cup of coffee. Get a cup of coffee. Get some pizza, a cup of water. You gotta do the. You can't say R's. You gotta go us. Water, coffee. It's not coffee. It's coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, get the coffee.
We are brought together by marriage today. I'm trying to remember that quote and I can't remember it. Damn it.
There ain't no party like a S Club party, Harley Quinn. I don't know. I have no idea what that's from either.
Wait, who has such a great accent?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, be specific.
Yeah, you guys like
be clear.
Specific with us. I was wanting to do. I was trying to remember the marriage scene from Princess Bride.
Oh, from Princess Bride. Oh, the marriage one.
Yeah.
I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's one of my.
say Inigo Montoro's line. Inigo Montoro. You know, you killed my father. Prepare to die. You know.
Killed my father. Prepare to die. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm just gonna like freak out if I don't get this like quote. I'm gonna like look it up because like I'm gonna like go crazy if I don't have that quote from the you know the quote I'm talking about, the guy who can't pronounce his R's.
I don't remember that scene in there. No, I it's been a while since I saw it, so I'm kind of spacing on a wedding part.
Yeah, it's when it's the princess.
When Buttercup.
Yeah, Buttercup, and she is like having to like marry the Prince Humperdinck, and they have the guy is like what is it called? He does he's trying to do the marriage, officiate the marriage, and he can't pronounce his R's. Oh gosh, I can't find I'm trying to get it to go up on my phone, but my phone is being a turd.
That's typical of phones, especially with how you said yours is working at the moment until the first. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, no, like it's just my it acts up. My phone just acts up a lot.
Well, and you should discipline it. No, it's kidding.
Let me see.
Needs to stop getting out of line.
I need to get it.
All right. Yep, we got Lethal Lightning in the chat. What's up, buddy?
It's just
Lethal.
Oh, okay.
As I say real quick, Lethal Lightning, man. I feel so bad that you have not been monetized yet, man. You deserve it. He's had over 1,000 subscribers for the longest time, and has had the watch time, and has not been monetized yet on YouTube, which is
really?
kind of unfortunate when that's one of the things that you do with your time. But yeah, that sucks. But yeah, hopefully they'll do that at some point. Did you find the thing yet?
Yeah, I did. It's okay. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream. Also love, true love, will follow you forever and ever.
Oh yeah, he had a list or something. Yeah, so he's like, we cannot do this here today, and we
that one.
Yeah, yeah, I can't remember that.
Yeah, like it's that one dude that like he looks like really ghostly white. He has this like really like weird like beard going on, and like the entire show pretty much stops the moment he speaks.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, like it's one of the I don't know why, but it's just like the moment I saw that I
love that movie.
The moment we were talking about East Coast accents, I don't know why.
I don't know, those ones they're a little tough. Yeah, they're kind of tough to do sentences with. Oh yeah, they're easy to do words, but hard to do sentences. But okay, so we'll start closing out here pretty soon. But before we do you have some favorite voice actors or characters voiced by some people?
So my favorite voice actor is actually Vic Mignogna.
Okay, I've heard of that. I've heard of him.
And then my he's like right underneath for second place is Todd Haberkorn and J. Michael Tatum are like tied.
Who are some characters that they voiced?
So some of my favorite characters by Vic Mignogna are Edward from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and then Tamaki is another favorite of mine from him, and Rampo from Bungo Stray Dogs, and then for Todd Haberkorn, I really love his acting as Lyndall in The Ancient Magus Bride. It's one of my favorite characters like ever. And then my favorite from J. Michael Tatum would be a tie between Kyoya from Oran High School and Sebastian from Black Butler.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Those are pretty good. Do you know how long they've been voice acting for? They've done some like 90s cartoons.
Well, I mean, Vic has done. Is it? Oh gosh,
People in the
he's
chat are
been
glad you.
acting for over 20 years.
People in the chat are glad you said Vic. By the way, they all like him too.
Huh?
I said people in the chat like Vic as well. They like the choice, Vic.
Yeah. And then, yeah, he's been active for a while. J. Michael Tatum has been in it for a while, I believe. I'm not entirely sure how long Todd has, though. But Todd, you can find Todd on things like Ancient Magus Bride, Hetalia. He's on Hetalia. I think it's Mignana. Vic Mignana. I think
Vic
that's
Mignogna. Yep.
I think so, yeah.
I think so too. Vic Mignogna sounds different, like a different language or something.
Yeah.
Different accent. That makes sense.
Uh,
Lethal Lightning has a question for you.
I would love to hear your voice acting, Ancient One. And then
Lethal
where was
Lightning
the other
asks
question?
if you could voice one popular character, who would it be?
Oh, geez. Oh, okay. So I sort of have like, I don't know. I would love to voice. I kind of have a tie. It would be Toru from Fruits Basket. Um, uh, Chizuru Yukimura from Hakuoki. I believe that's how you pronounce the name of it. And then what is the other ones? Kagome from Inuyasha, and there's one other one, and I'm trying to remember her name right now. It's the life of me. She's one of my favorite characters from Ouran High School, but I always forget her name. She's the main character. I don't know why I always forget her freaking name. But yeah, no, I would love to do that, and I also love to voice Chise from the Ancient Magus Bride.
Okay, that sounds cool. Can you do any impressions of them while on the spot? Can you try? That's okay.
No, I'm sorry.
That's all good. It's all good.
Those are really hard for me to do. I mean, especially like with the Fruits Basket one, she's so soft spoken and quiet. It can be really hard unless you're like really
like how quiet, like doth mother know that she wears her drapes?
No, just kind of like one second. I actually have some quotes because I've been watching the show, the new one. 1 second. Let me see. She says things like, "You guys, I'm okay, but thank you for helping me." Or, let me see if I have another one. I don't know if I have any more. But yeah, no, like she's just really, really, really quiet. And so it's like it can be really hard to like even do an impression of her. But I believe but I would love to do something like that. But like the thing is it's like when you're like starting out, you're pretty much like doing other people. Like you're like having to do impressions. And one of these days, like I would like to just play a character and not have to like actually be copying the voice actress or actor.
Well, yeah, I was actually gonna say, like, I think that's a better way to do it in a way, because I mean, hearing where people come from other voices, I think is fine, but to try to always copy it, leaves, I don't know, there's less creativity with it. There's less attachment to it, I would think, because it's just an impression. Yeah. It's not one of your own, not your own voice being, or not one that you created that's being recognized. It's just one that sounds like theirs or something.
Exactly.
But no, so yeah, that's
and like that's one thing. Like it's so hard is like because so many people like come to me and be like, "Can you do an impression? Can you do an impression?" And it's like, well, I can, but my greatest part is voice acting these characters in my own way. so it can be a little difficult. Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely. Well, if I ever do another Rotten Tomatoes stop motion thing, I'll give you a character to voice. And you can pick whatever voice you want. With this one, I literally gave people different instructions, and they are like the same instructions, and they came up with all different voices. It's hilarious. Like one that's in the chat right now did like a Scottish type of accent, like oh no, like one like that. Another one did like a tomatoes. What am I gonna do? Like a really small quick talking voice. The other ones did like a, yes, that is where we go. Like dramatic. Like, oh my god, I said make it sound kind of like Game of Thrones, but it's tomato, so you can be a little silly, and everybody's did their own thing. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I have never Leaf, I've never even heard of what you're talking about, Relics of War. I've never heard of that. So I'm sorry, I can't say that I would know.
Oh no, that's okay. No, she actually has a fan fiction or her own story that she wrote as well, of which I've read a good 3 or 4 chapters of. I think it's like 100 pages long so far, and it's actually really good. I haven't had time to finish it as of late, but it is a pretty good story. She has some good talent there.
Okay.
And
no, I'm more than willing to like do anything. Like I just love doing this stuff. It gives me something to do during the day, and I love doing stuff, especially with my own spin to it. If somebody gives me like a character that they want me to act out and gives me like the characteristics, then it may take me a few days to figure out what exactly is the perfect voice for that character. But I always have a fun time doing it.
yeah, that's good. If you want, I can there's a few characters in my skit that don't really need lines, and like I could usually fill their own lines with something. But if you wanted to do some, I can debut over their characters' voices. They're not like a super important ones, but they're still characters you can give random voices to for fun.
If you want.
Yeah, no problem.
I think that a lot of like people. I didn't go into this. I didn't go into this really like looking for money or anything like that. I went into this because I like the looks on people's faces and how and their voices when I'm talking with them, or how they light up at the fact that I make them laugh or something. Like I like making people happy. And that's why I do what I do. I don't do it because I want to be popular. Like one day it would be nice to be able to have a fan base that I can help. Like I would love to be able to have somebody see my background, see my history, because I do have and I'm not saying this to get what is it called? I'm not saying this to get pity or anything, but I did have a rough life since I was a kid. I would like people to see my story and be like, oh my gosh, this person, she suffers from these disorders, these chronic disorders, but yet she's still voice acting. She's still doing what she's doing. And I can do it too if I want to do it. I want my whole goal is if I can help one person succeed in what they want to do with their life, or help one person become happy, or save one person from doing something that they would regret, that in the end would make my my life would be complete. That's my entire thing is yeah, it's fun for me, but it's even more fun for the viewers. It's even more fun for my followers.
That's a great thing to do, and I agree with that.
The most important thing in my life, the most important thing in my life, aside from God and my health, are my followers. God, family, and health are my followers. I want to make my followers happy. If my followers are upset or angry or outraged about something I said or I did or anything like that, then I'm upset. I'm upset, not them. I'm upset myself. If my fans are happy, then I'm happy. If they're sad, then I'm sad. If they're angry, then I'm angry. Because to me, the people who got me where I'm at, even if I'm just still tiny, are you guys, are my fans, are my followers. And it's all thanks to them. It's not thanks to me or to what I do. It's thanks to them. And I wouldn't be able to have this fun. I wouldn't be able to make friends and do this stuff without them. And so, like, to those who follow me on Twitter and have known me for a while now, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to to make you guys laugh and to make you guys smile and to inspire you to become a better person, or inspire you to be different, or inspire you to be more of who you are. That is what I live for, and I live for these things, and I live for these moments. So thank you to you as well, Geoff, for inviting me along on this, because honestly, this was my first time I've been able to even do a live stream or been a guest on anybody's channel at all. To be given this opportunity is just it's amazing, and it's so big for me. And like, it made my day to have somebody be like, yo, you want to be on my live stream? Like, if I like, I'm gonna at some point, hopefully I want to create a video about what I've been through, so that people out there who've been through what I've been through can be like, oh my gosh, this person is doing this, and she's still with us, and she's still doing this, and she's still going strong. I can do it too. And give somebody that, like, inspiration that there are people in this industry and who are public figures, even small time public figures, who go through depression, go through PTSD, who go through I'm autistic, I have PTSD, and I have depression. I was in the hospital from the 8th through Monday, I think the 24th, because I had some issues that had put me into a position where my PTSD flared up, and I nearly killed myself. If it weren't for my fans, and it weren't for remembering who I was, I would not have called and gotten the help that I needed. And I just want people out there, especially with like all of these other deaths that are going on, to know that you are loved, you are cared for, and people in the industry, we do go through this stuff. We are not perfect. We are not these like human beings that are put on a pedestal. We have issues, and I've had issues since I was a little girl, and with this stuff. And I mean, I want you guys to know, if you need help, if you want somebody to listen to you, or you need somebody to just hear you out, even if you don't know me, message me, IM me, email me, anything. I'm more than willing to be there for you, because that is what being a voice actor is all about, is being there for the fans, is making sure the fans know that they are loved, adored, and supported, because that is who makes us, and we are who we are because of you guys. So thank you so much, Geoff, for allowing me to come on here. I'm sorry for ranting.
No, that was fantastic. That was great. People in the chat are loving that. That was great. That was a great speech. Yeah, no problem. Anytime. In fact, I'll probably invite you some more, so you can get to know some other people in the community too. And, you can, expand even more. I love what you're saying with that. That's what it's all about. People that I know, there's so many loyal people that will, follow you too. That will find you and will keep up with what you're doing and give support as well. So I like what you're doing with that. That's great. That's great. And especially after what you just went through in the last month or so. Yeah, just getting back up again, picking up the pieces and keep on going. Good. I love it. You got some good passion there, especially toward that end. That was a good 3 or 4 minutes. That was great. You were just on fire, not missing one beat.
I had to, like, I was gonna keep going, and I was like, okay, I have to stop, because like I'm just gonna start repeating things now.
See, that's excellent. That's excellent radio time. But like, that's excellent. People love hearing that. That helps get people fired up. It feels good. That was really great. But yeah, so I am going to be closing out here now. The link to Kaelan's channel and Twitter are in the description. Give her a follow. Give her a subscribe. And do you have any last things that you want to say before we close out?
Just be yourself, and as I said before within my last 4 minutes, I am here for you, and forget the people in the industry that act like they're there for them, because we are here for you guys. We're not here for anything other than you guys. So if you need to talk to somebody, look me up, DM me. I'm more than fine with talking with you and being there. And if you follow my YouTube, hopefully soon I'll be having some more stuff showing up on on my channel.
See, I think the first thing you should do is clip out this like last 4 minutes that you did and put that as a video, like just by itself.
Yeah, I'll have
on
to,
your channel, or I'll send you that and you just post that, because that was a great,
yeah, that would be
that was a
great.
great thing. And see, it's something like that. That's what people like to hear on YouTube. Like, they don't need to see you doing a bunch of things and super wow them. You can be very simple and just talk real. Use real talk. That's some things that people like. You can tell them about the stuff that you've experienced in your life, and that alone can be entertaining and helpful. So.
Oh yes, definitely. That would be great if you can like clip that out and send it to me, and then I can post it on my YouTube.
Yeah, no problem. It'll take me, half hour or something from here. It's got to, after we go live, it takes a little bit to load, and then then I'll send that to you.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
No
Geoff.
problem. No problem.
Can't wait to be invited again at some point, hopefully.
Heck yeah. Well, yeah. When you get those lines to me, they'll be great. But you don't have to rush on that. There's still plenty of time to get that in. Yeah, one of these days I'll set up. We could set up a silly live stream, and we'll bring some people on, and we can do some voice games. Of some kind. We can do some characters and stuff. Get some type of thing going on. Have some fun. So, yep. Have a good night, everybody. Yeah, hold on. One real quick before I go. I'm answering Open Minded Movie Man's question. He says, "Does it matter what time of day I filmed the script scene you sent me?" No, you could do that any time of day. It doesn't matter. That's cool. That's good. Mild Peril says, "Let's get her monetized." Oh yeah, let's get you monetized.
Thank you, Peril.
One of these days. That's a long ways away, but we're getting you there. Hopefully, this will give you a good enough boost to start. People that watch this are very supportive, so. Hopefully, I want you to have over 100 subscribers by the end of the week.
I hope so too. That would be really cool. Then I can hopefully help more people out too, because that's what I'm all about, is helping others.
Exactly. That's what a lot of this community is pretty much all for. But with that, I mean, I could close out forever. My closeouts take forever. I'm just going to say, have a good day in the chat, everybody.